In IP addressing, we saw different classification. We saw private address, a PIPA address, loopback address, all other address except private or public. All those we learned. Now today, we will learn what is subnet mask. First, what is subnet mask? For example, if it is class A, we say subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. What does that exactly mean? It means that out of 32-bit, the first 8 bits, all 8 bits are given for networking. That's the meaning of it. It is telling how many bits is network. For example, 10.1.1.1. By default, we know it is class A because 10 is in the range of 1 to 126. So when you write subnet mask like this 255.0.0.0, it clearly says that this is the only network and these three are not network. These three represents the host, represents the device. Host is nothing but device. Device, host, all are same. In 10 network, 1.1.1.1 is the host. Likewise, in class B, we have 128 to 191. When you see an address, you will say 120, 172, let's say 172.16.0.1. When you see this address, because it is 127, you know it is class B, and you know this is the default mask. Because so it means that in the above address, only this portion is network, and these two are host. Class C, 192 to 223. Class C, first 3 octets are network. Which can also be written like this, /8, /16, /24. Okay, you can write like this 255, 255, 2550, or you can write saying 24 bits are for network. Here, how many bits are for network? Correct. So you can say that by writing 255.0.0.0, or you can also write like this /8 /16 /24. Now writing like this with slash, we call this as CIDR notation. CIDR notation. What does CIDR stands for? Classless interdomain routing notation. Classless interdomain routing notation. CIDR, classless interdomain routing notation. So either you can write 255.255, or you can also write slash. You're convenient, but when you're configuring a Cisco router, this writing slash is not allowed there. You can't write that. You cannot write that slash. You have to write like this mask. The command line won't support. You got it? Okay. Now, I'm going to write an address, or I'm going to write a network You should tell me what class, what mask, what will be the first, F means first IP in that network, what will be the last IP in that network, and what will be the broadcast IP in the network. See, for every network, there is a broadcast address. I want to repeat this word again. When we say broadcast address, we say 255, 255, 255, 255. This address is called as broadcast address. And this is universal broadcast address. But if you take this 10 network, this is class A. Mask is 255.0.0.0. First IP will be 10.0.0.1. Now last will be 10 dot. If all these are 1, it will become 255. Again, if these all are 1, it will become 255. And if this all 1, it becomes 255. But this is not last IP. This is the broadcast IP of this network. I repeat, when all the host bits were turned on, what you get is broadcast IP of that network. Listen to this. This is broadcast address. This is also broadcast address. Now, what is the difference? This is the broadcast address for all network, but this is the broadcast address of only 10 network. If any packet is sent to this address, it will go to every network on the earth. But if any packet is sent to this address, it will go to only those computers that are in 10 network. If you want to send a packet to every computer, but only inside 10 network, you use the 10 networks broadcast address. So broadcast address is not a unicast address. It cannot be assigned to a single computer. Now, if this is a broadcast, then what is the last IP? Just one less than this bit. That is 10.255.255.254. This is the last IP, 254 here, okay? Here 255 is the maximum, and that is not an IP, that's a broadcast IP. This cannot be assigned to a computer. But you can assign IP address from this one to this one. You understood? So you know the difference between a network broadcast address and global broadcast address, correct? This is just 10 network broadcast address, whereas this one is global broadcast address. So if someone is saying layer 3 broadcast address, it means 255, 255, 255, 255. This is what called as layer 3 broadcast address. Global broadcast address, layer 3 broadcast address. Now, you know what is layer 2 broadcast address? This is layer 2 broadcast address. In hexadecimal, F is the biggest number, right? Yeah, so when all 48-bit, actually MAC address is 48-bit. When all 48-bit is on, you get this 12F. This is layer 2 broadcast address. And what you see above is the layer 3 broadcast address. Clear, huh? Okay. Now I'm going to give you an exercise. Do you have paper and pen? Can I fill this? Okay. Why you write like that? Wrong. Wonderful. Because it is masked. Because it is masked, you cannot change this number. Okay. Fine. What about this? The before one? No. What class it is? Hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. The before one, 191. Exactly. Hmm. Very nice. Okay. Next. Hmm. 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 Correct. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. One. Hmm. 170 to 16. 255. 254. Okay. Clear? Right. Sir.